everyone, to Button Mash Dads once again. I'm Chris.
And hello, Internet. I am Dan.
And thank you for tuning into another episode.
Yes, thank you guys for coming back.
Yes, and not running away. Our episode tonight, since we are a few days away from Father's Day, which happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Yes, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. You're crushing it.
Well, and hopefully you are being a good dad. But that's kind of the topic of today's episode.
That is the topic of the day, yes.
But thank you for all of you that have liked, subscribed, given us views.
Yes, oh my gosh, you guys have been great. I can't believe some of the responses we're getting. Thousands of views on some of our Instagram stuff and some of our YouTube shorts. Wow. I recorded my crummy old tube TV for the heck of it, and you guys have watched it like 50,000 times, so thank you.
Nostalgia.
It's insane. I love it.
Nostalgia is quite the drug. Thank you all.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. You guys keep us going. We love hearing all your comments, your likes, everything. You know, we sincerely appreciate this. We're just doing this for fun, so we're glad we're entertaining you. Whether you're in the car, you're at the gym, you're working out, you're playing a video game, and we're just talking in the background. We're happy to do this for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to send us money, please do.
Yes, we are broke. We're dads. Is this the second time we made that joke? We joke a lot about being broke, don't we?
But we're not. But
we're not really, but we'll take your money.
I'll take a handout.
We'll take a handout.
I'm
absolutely.
not too proud for that.
No, we're not proud.
So it being Father's Day, Dan and I were talking about video game dads.
Yes.
And the biggest video game dad that came to our mind, and there's a lot out there. You can leave your comments and tell us who you think one of the best or worst video game dad is.
And definitely give us your take on who we're about to talk about.
Again, who we're about to talk about is arguably, is he one of the best? Is he one of the worst? It's Bowser.
It is Bowser, yes. He is definitely one of the biggest. Well, depending on scale. In some games, he's 10 times the size of Mario. Sometimes he's only twice as big. Kind of fluctuates, but
depending on the game.
He is a big, bad dad.
Yep, and Giga Bowser too.
Well, Giga Bowser's even bigger.
That's even bigger.
Even bigger.
But with Bowser being a dad, he's probably arguably one of the oldest video game dads.
Yeah, and one of the oldest video game villains at this point, obviously being the main villain of the Mario series since... When was Super Mario Bros. Released in Japan? 83? I'm going to say 83?
Unless, yeah.
85. I'm wearing a t-shirt right now that says Mario Brothers since 85, but that's obviously the North American.
Yes.
Came out in 85, technically 86, but yada, yada, yada.
And my Nintendo 64 shirt gives me nothing, but... But I believe 83 in Japan,
yes.
85 for the U.S. So arguably one of the longest, if not the longest, tenured video game dads.
Yes.
So let's kind of dive into his history a bit of fatherhood.
Right. So in the first game, we don't really get any indicators that Bowser is a dad. I think the manual, which as I nerded out this morning, I flipped through most of the Mario manuals. But he's actually called a Dark Wizard in the manual, so he's got a little bit more wizard powers. And then there's obviously the whole lore of all the bricks in that game are actually mushroom people that he turned into bricks. So every time you break a brick in that game, you're murdering someone, just FYI. But anyway, long story short, obviously kidnaps Peach. Mario rescues Peach. Bowser sends his minions one at a time to go get Mario. He's like, all right, 2 Hammer Brothers. You 2 go. All right, if you 2 get defeated, 2 more are definitely going to take him out.
To be fair, it usually did when we were kids.
Honestly, the Hammer Brothers are the hardest part
World
of that
8
game.
was,
yeah.
It still is.
8-3 when you have that gauntlet of just Hammer Brother after Hammer Brother.
If you're not going into World 8-3 if you're going into it without a Fire Flower, It is a challenge. Now, if you have the Fire Flower, it's fun.
Now, as a kid, I didn't know where the power-ups were hidden in 8-3. So, getting through 8-3 without any power-ups was brutal. But once I got the Player's Guide shows you where the power-ups are. 8-3 is a little more of a breeze. Still hard. But once you know that there's a mushroom and a Fire Flower in it, it's a little better.
Here's one of my big beefs.
Sure.
Is the one, which one is it that has the castle background the whole entire way? Is that 8-3?
8-3 has the castle background most of the way, yes.
So near the end, there is a hidden mushroom block inside those bricks. Now, when you're playing it on NES, a brick just blends into everything else that's there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if you played the Super Mario All-Stars on the Super Nintendo, it sticks out.
Yeah.
And that always bothered me because, no, it should be hidden. You should have to So I'm glad you brought that up.
What really bothers me in that level is there's a Koopa, and if you kick the Koopa shell, it should take out the Hammer Brothers that are there.
But it doesn't.
For some reason, it never does.
It doesn't.
Okay, thank God. I thought I was the only one. You kick the shell doesn't do anything to those Hammer Brothers.
Again, you're listening to Button Mash Dads. We're 5 minutes into this episode talking about Bowser as a dad.
We're talking more about Hammer Brothers.
Focusing on the game that does not include any parenting whatsoever.
Let's retitle this, the Hammer Brothers. Are they good brothers or are they bad brothers?
Yeah,
that'll be our next one. That'll be for Brothers Day. Is that a holiday? No, it's not.
We'll find out.
But anyway, all right, let's get past it. So Bowser, there's really no hint that he's a dad in the first game.
Or the second, but now let's jump to the
second
third.
game, yeah.
The Japanese second.
Right, Lost Levels, yeah, he's not a dad in that one either.
So fast forward to the third.
Mario Brothers 3, you have the Koopa Kids. There are, how many of them,
8,
Chris?
I believe.
8?
No, 7. 7.
I can't recite their names off the dome, so I got to pull it up.
You have to pull it up?
I do.
Right,
okay, wait. Let me try. There's Morton, Lemmy, Wendy O, Wiggy,
Ludwig,
Ringo, George Harrison. I'm listening to the Beatles. Okay. Blanca, E. Honda.
You're really listening here.
There's Guile. No, just kidding. Obviously, Pikachu, Wordle. So Ludwig von Koopa was one. I think you got 6, including Ludwig. And that was pretty good because I was just rattling it off the top of my head while I was furiously trying to Google what are the names of the Koopa Kids.
Okay, so Wendy O.
Okay, here we are. Okay, let's do it. It's Morton Koopa Jr., Wendy O, Iggy, Ludwig. Yeah, Lemmy, Roy, and Larry.
Did you say one of them was... Wait, hold on.
I think I said one of them was Ringo, so...
No, Iggy was the one you missed.
Actually it would have been appropriate if one of them was named Ringo, though, because they are pretty much all named after musicians.
Yes, so they are all named after musicians.
One of them, I think, is technically an actor. I think Morton Koopa Jr. is named after Morton Downey Jr., but mostly musicians.
Yes.
So in the manual, it says, ha ha ha, Bowser is saying this. These are my 7 children that are going to help me take over the Mushroom World. So the setting of the game, I had to clarify that too. It's not the Mushroom Kingdom. It is now the Mushroom World.
We're still in the early stages of setting up Mario lore.
Right, but they are specifically referred to as children by Bowser himself. So this is when Bowser became a daddy. Apparently somewhere between Mario Brothers 2 and Mario Brothers 3, Bowser got a little lucky and probably met a nice lady, a nice fellow Koopa.
At least 7 times.
Well, actually, you know what? I wasn't going to bring this up, but do you think all the Koopa kids were born in a litter? Or did he have...
Okay.
Someone's got to clarify this.
We're turning this into a nature show. So
this is kind of a little bit of a nature show.
Turtles, typically eggs are laid in the sand, a number of eggs at a time. Mm-hmm. And then they all swim to the sea once they're hatched. And if you live, you live. If you die, you die. Mm-hmm. Now, in the real world, turtles, once the mother lays the eggs, she's gone.
Yeah.
The mother never raises the babies.
You know what?
Or the fathers, they're kind of left to figure things out.
That would explain a lot about their mother, which is a topic we'll bring up again.
Let's talk about
Bowser's absent mother.
Bowser,
his wife or lady friend or one night stand or who knows how he conceived these children.
Laid the eggs in the sand in the World 2.
Where is Bowser Jr.'s mom and where are the Koopa Kids' mom? That's what I want to know. I've said it probably in 3 or 4 episodes already up to this point. Who is the mother and what is she doing?
In Super Mario 3, they met in World 1 and dated. She laid the eggs in World 2. Sand area.
There you go.
Sandy
Beach. All right, I'm buying
this. They hatched in World 3. Hello. Water area.
Okay,
beaches
there you go.
Stuff.
Yeah. All right, took her on a tour of the world.
I'm really stretching here, but so in turtle culture, that's how it works. So the fact that Bowser was present for his kids shows some love.
Right.
Shows that he's evolved. That's why he's the king of the Koopas.
Right.
He's evolved, right? He wants to be present in his kids' lives. Now, obviously, he's teaching them bad things.
Right. So our central debate here of is Bowser a good dad or not He's teaching them, so that's a pro. That's a good dad
But
move.
he's teaching them to kidnap dignitaries.
I think in
kings.
the manual, I'll tell you the exact phrase I found.
Please.
It stated, he has the children, the Koopa kids, make mischief as they please.
Huh.
So he pretty much says, hey, kids, go off, do some bad stuff. Here's an airship with like 80 bullets that all fire at the same interval.
I got a 6-pack of Coors Light. You do what you want.
I'm just going to post up in the dark world here. Mario's never going to get past this part where the hand drags him down anyway. So you kids, you go, boss. Steal some scepters, some magic scepters. And I'm just going to go chill out here in the Darkland until Mario inevitably gets here because he's going to beat you stupid little kids anyway.
Now, is having the Koopa kids great mini bosses?
Oh, they were fantastic mini bosses. Definitely added a lot more variety to Mario Brothers 3. Instead of the same, you have to like jump over Bowser's head 7 times. You get a distinctly different boss fight every time.
Which one was the worst? I would say, because who was the one? Was Iggy the one on the ball?
Oh yeah, that one was tough. I never really liked
always threw
with the hoops.
Oh no, that was Lemmy that was on the ball.
Yeah,
the hoops. I always thought they were SpaghettiOs when I was a little kid. Now, granted, I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
so cut me a little slack.
I kind of hated the Morton Koopa fight. I think he's technically the second fight, but he's the one where like when he slams down, the whole screen shakes. And kind of like Bam Bam, aka the most pathetic boss ever, the castle boss. You know, the guy who like spins his arm around.
That's Boom Boom.
You're right, Boom Boom. Boom Boom, Bam Bam, whatever.
No, Bam Bam.
I'm having a tough time with these Mario 3
names.
Bam Bam
is from the Flintstones. Boom Boom is from Mario. And oh my gosh, my daughter has the female version. It's not.
Oh, yes. Yeah, she was in Super Mario 3D World.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll vamp a little bit. You look her name up. But,
please do.
But anyway, so as I was saying, Bowser tells the children he can make mischief as they please. And then they steal the wands from every king and then turn them into animals. That's kind of bad kid behavior.
It's Pom Pom, by the way.
Oh, Pom Pom. Thank you. That would have driven us nuts all night here.
It was driving me nuts. I was like picturing it in my daughter's crib.
Pom Pom.
Which she does have it in her crib.
Mm-hmm.
But so would you consider Bowser as the parent of Koopas, like the Koopa Troopas?
No, for
Goombas?
them, I think he is more like the leader of the army of them.
Because he is called the king of the Koopas.
The king of the Koopas, right. He's not the dad. I mean, in a way, he's sort of like their dad because he's their leader, but obviously the manual states specifically that the Koopa kids are his offspring, his children.
Yep.
So... I mean, I will say, though, on the pro side for Mario Brothers 3, he did give the Koopa kids toys, gave them all airships, tanks. Now, obviously, these are not toys that children...
It's like giving a kid a knife.
Right. Do we know how old the Koopa kids are? How old would you imagine? I've never really thought of their age, but I would imagine they're at least teenagers.
I was actually going to go with between the ages of 7 and 10.
Really?
But teenagers make sense too.
Sure, yeah.
But there's no Zitty Koopa.
Right.
Acne problems and bad eggs.
Pimply Koopa. Hey, Mario!
I don't want to play Mario.
Hey, get over here! I'm going to call my dad!
I want to go ride my bike. Ugh.
I hate you.
Teenagers are fun.
Oh, God, I cannot wait.
Please, let me tell you, you can wait. Please wait. Love them now because they turn into teens. So let's fast forward from Mario 3. We don't see children again until Mario Sunshine.
No, well, Bowser does have the Koopa kids are back in the follow-up game Mario World. They are not featured as prominently.
That's right.
But they are the bosses again of all the castles. You were close. But they look a little bit different in that game.
They look a lot different.
A little, yeah.
I skimmed over it.
Yeah.
But yes, the Koopa kids are back.
To be fair, they weren't as prominent in the marketing or the advertising. Mm-hmm. Like, even in the manual, there's basically just like one tiny picture of them all that's like, hey, by the way, they're back and they're the bosses. But so it's kind of like the same plot. You know, obviously Mario World takes place on Dinosaur Land, Yoshi's Land. Bowser kidnaps Peach again, but this time Mario's on vacation. apparently in the manual he's asleep, and so he just doesn't notice Bowser kidnapping Peach, I guess. So again, Bowser, similar bad dad behavior. He teaches his children that kidnapping women is okay. That's not a good thing. He seals the Yoshis into their eggs, technically in the plot. Mm-hmm. Like, they don't hatch from them. They're stuck in those eggs. And then again, now he gives the Koopa kids castles to rule over instead of airships.
It seems a little bit safer, right?
A little bit, but...
Why would you give a teenager keys to the car, right? Just put
give
him
him a house.
Give him a house. Give him a house.
Here, have a guest house. Yeah, Bowser's that loaded. I could be all your own house.
You want lava? Castle. Do you want these big columns that can smash Mario?
Yeah, the castles he gives the kids are not very safe. Some of them have fences that you can climb on and flip around the other way.
Athletic activity.
Pits all over the place.
It's better than giving them video games. Tell them to get active, right?
Right. And he even gives them their own like boss room, but some of them are on a platform that slants back and forth. Very easy to fall off of, I thought.
Yeah, and all you have to do is throw them into the lava and the kid dies.
Kid pretty much dies. Well, we don't really see the Koopa kids again, I think, until like New Super Mario Brothers. So it's like a good solid 15-20 years. They might have had to have reconstructive surgery, skin grafts for getting dumped in the lava until they finally got to come back.
Maybe they had enough of it. But the Koopa kids now, I get Shigeru Miyamoto did an interview. Actually, my son was telling us this before we
recorded. So shout out to you.
Thank you, Isaac.
Yes, shout out Ike.
That Shigeru Miyamoto said, like, well, they're not really his kids.
It was a 2012 interview with Game Informer magazine. RIP Game Informer, loved you. Totally dreamed of writing for Game Informer one day. I guess it'll never happen. Instead, I'm on a podcast talking about them. That's second best.
Aren't they back in a digital form?
Their website might still be open, but I wanted to write for the actual magazine. Yeah. But anyway, I wanted my name in print. But so in that interview, Shigeru Miyamoto said, Bowser Jr. is the only real son and the Koopa kids are not, which I think we should jump forward now. Skip Mario 64 because the Koopa kids are not in it.
Nobody's in it other than Bowser.
Basically. Yeah. And you fight him basically almost the same way 3 times, I believe.
3 times, yeah.
So the next big appearance, Bowser as a father, is Super Mario Sunshine for GameCube.
Yes, that was a game I jumped ahead. I can't believe I missed Super Mario World. That's like my favorite, one of my favorite Super Nintendo.
You have a poster of it over there. We just took a picture by it.
We did.
Selfie for the gram.
Well, you know what? It was just Mario and Yoshi.
That's true. See, the Koopa kids aren't on the poster. I told you, they're not as big in the marketing for that game.
Big omission.
All Yoshi all the time. But yeah, Mario Sunshine, this was the big one. This changed the lore entirely. This made it so Bowser Jr. was the lone Bowser offspring.
Yes.
Obviously, not until Miyamoto said it in 2012 that he was the only kid, but that was kind of the thing that this game was implying. If you haven't played it yet, great game. It's available on Switch if you bought that Mario 3D All-Stars collection. The plot of the game, and this game has a lot of talking. Chris and I rewatched some of the cutscenes before this. A lot more yakking than the usual Mario game.
Very deep.
Yes. But so Mario and Peach and Toadsworth, which pour one out for Toadsworth. You never see him anymore other than
Mario
baseball games. But Mario goes on a vacation, but he instead gets framed for polluting and graffiti by Bowser Jr. in a costume that kind of makes him look like Mario made out of glass. Mm-hmm. But you don't find that out until like halfway through the game.
Yeah, halfway through the game, it is revealed that it is Bowser Jr.
inside of the glass costume.
Well, it's
somehow magic glass.
It's paint.
He has a paint brush. I think the costume is more like. I guess it's magic.
Supposed to be
paint.
more like paint.
Yeah, either way,
paintish. Because when he runs, he leaves these little paint things behind.
I suppose.
So, anyways. He's in his paint costume. It's revealed that the Mario look-alike is Bowser Jr., and he goes off on this tirade saying that
Bowser told me you were the jerk.
Bad.
You were bad.
You kidnapped my mama.
You told Peach is my mama. And Bowser told me Peach.
Now the best part of that whole cutscene is Peach is standing there on this machine. and goes, "I'm a mama? Like, have you seen the size of Bowser Jr.? You would know if
Look,
you gave birth
you
to
can
that."
talk to our wives. You know when you had a kid, okay?
Yes.
You don't
Yes,
have
you
a
do.
kid and magically it appears. Well, I guess in the Mario universe, maybe it does. There is a stork in Yoshi's Island, but...
There, good
okay.
point.
All
Good
right.
point. But still, I think Peach would know.
If she had a child, she would definitely know.
And Bowser Jr. bears no resemblance to her.
No, none whatsoever. Not the pigtails, not the blonde hair, nothing.
So Bowser Jr. says his dad told him his mission is to create as much chaos and trouble for Mario that he can, and he does.
And he tells him that Mario is kind of the bad guy. I think he says he's snooty and he's the one who's always the jerk. But so that's not good. That's emotional manipulation. That's not a good way to start.
It's not. That is very bad parenting, to lie to your kids to fit your wild fantasy.
Right.
So Mario goes through the game, obviously defeats them. But the end of the game had a really sweet,
actually kind
moment.
of a sweet, tender moment that I completely forgot about because I haven't actually completed Mario Sunshine, I think, since it was released back in, what was that, 2002?
I thought it was 01, but it might be 02.
I think it was 02. Maybe it was 03 because I remember when I got my GameCube, I was waiting, it felt like ages for the Mario game. I was like, yeah, Luigi's Mansion is fine, but I want a Mario, I want a Mario, I want a Mario.
It was worth the wait.
It was worth the wait. Mario Sunshine is a classic, and it was kind of cool the way the backpack changed things up. Flood.
Ooh. It was 2020 or 2002.
Yep. Okay. I said 2002 because I wanted to say it like the way they say the Blitz games. They call them like 2002 because they're cool. I just want to be cool like Blitz. But anyway, so obviously that's not good, emotionally manipulating your son. But as you were hinting a second ago there, at the end of the game, you see like Bowser and Bowser Jr. have a little mini conversation where Bowser Jr. I think says to him like, Peach isn't really my dad, is she? And Bowser is like, her mom, yes. Yeah, well, that would be a stretch if Peach was the dad.
No, Bowser says, I have something to tell you. He goes, I know, Peach isn't my mama. And Bowser's like, well, what? You knew?
How did you know?
Worst kept secret, Dad.
Right. But still, Bowser Jr. did all his bad deeds anyway. But then Bowser Jr. says...
Bowser says he's proud of him.
Yes. That's a good dad moment.
Yeah, because Bowser Jr. says, when I grow up, I want to fight Mario again. Oh, I'm proud of you, son. What a nice, wholesome moment.
That is an actual wholesome moment.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, I love the voice actor. I don't know who's doing Bowser's voice there, but he does it a little bit like a toned down Jack Black a little bit.
It was a bit more cartoony.
At that point, I don't think we had ever heard Bowser speak in a game until that. Yeah, so that's interesting. Maybe. Yeah, you only ever heard him go like, blah, 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 or like, blah. But to hear him say actual English speech in a game is kind of, even still now being used to Bowser talking, see him do it in the movies, like that still is, it just seems wrong to me.
And until the movies, we never really heard them talk again.
No. I mean, obviously, we pretty much never heard Mario talk until Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Well, not counting the cartoons or the other live action movie, but in the games, I think the cutscenes work a little better in the Sonic games. But in Mario games, it's kind of weird to hear the characters say full sentences, I feel like. But so overall, how would you rate his parenting in Mario Sunshine of Bowser Jr.?
I mean, he's bad still, right?
Kind of a bad dad, but...
He did give his... I think it's more of Bowser Jr. being a loyal son than it is Bowser being a good dad.
Yeah.
Because Bowser says, hey, go do this. Go make Mario's life miserable. And the kid obeys and goes above and beyond.
Yeah.
And it's not until...
Really above and beyond. He got him thrown in jail.
Yeah. And it's not until the end of the game where Bowser's like, all right,
gig's up.
Let me get off the couch here. You hear beer cans and bottles rattling as he gets up.
Here, son, crack a brew. I know this is your first one.
All right, let's go
share a beer with your old man. I got a secret to tell you.
So, again, bad parenting, but you do see the softer side of Bowser.
You do. Yeah, you got to beat the game to see the softer side, but... Yeah, on the whole, lying and saying that Peach is his mother is not ideal, but, Bowser Jr.'s real mom is out of the picture somehow.
Yeah.
We have no clue why. Again, Shigeru Miyamoto, we would like to know why, so if you could enlighten us, please. Even if it's just the
the mom laid the eggs in the sand and went away.
Yeah, you could just say in an interview with Game Informer. I know they don't exist anymore other than a website, so you probably won't do it. But yeah, I'm dying to know. I'm hoping at least the next Mario movie or the next mainline Mario movie or game gives me a little bit of a clue of Bowser Jr.'s mom.
I mean, because we did kind of break open the lore a bit. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the Mario movie.
Which you should by now. It's on DVD, so.
Yeah, the Mario Galaxy movie, I should say. But that Peach and Rosalina are sisters.
Right.
So you kind of bust open the lore there.
Right.
Why not explore?
And that was supposedly something that wasn't even in the games, but meant to be. So perhaps in the next movie, you can answer the question that the games have never answered. Who's Bowser Jr.'s mommy? I want to know. And then we can do an episode. Maybe we'll collab with our wives. We'll do an episode called "Is Bowser Jr.'s mom a bad mom?" You know,
well, obviously she's never
for Mother's Day.
Well, we'll see what next May brings.
Right.
So moving on, we don't see Bowser. I mean, Bowser Jr.'s in games.
He's in Galaxy. I completely forgot he was. I had to look it up. But you fight him twice, including once in the Robot Reactor, which is the ship that he flies in the Mario Galaxy movie in the opening scene. Bowser Jr. kind of appears a little sporadically after that. I think his next big video game appearance and his most recent appearance is in the Super Mario Brothers Wonder game.
Yes.
Chris, did you get around to playing this one?
I beat that game.
Oh, you did? I did too. I pretty
100%.
I pretty much downed it the weekend it came out. I wish I had spaced it out a little better. I had to bowl through it the entire the first weekend. I was done with it already.
It was easy to play.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the levels were easy. It did get challenging at parts. Yeah. But it was so easy to.
It was very easy. Now, I didn't play around to get to 100%. I heard the last couple of levels and challenges were a bit diabolical.
You needed precision on those. But I did it, and it was fun.
Yeah.
I loved the game. I just kind of wish there was more to it. But overall, great game.
Well, they did release an extra bonus set of stuff for the Switch 2 edition of the game.
Not getting that.
But I'm not paying $80 to play the same game with 4 new levels. Dang it.
Although I did it with Mario Kart 8, so.
I will say, when I do get my Switch 2, which is happening soon because, the price hike is coming in September.
Yep.
I am not going to be buying any of these Switch 2 editions that are an extra $10 or $20 for the game to look slightly better with a little DLC added. I need a little more than that if I'm going to rebuy the game.
Yeah.
But maybe in a 5 or 10 years when they come down to $40, then I will rebuy them. But for now, I'm not going to. But
hold on, you did skip over. You brought up earlier the Nintendo Wii games where the Koopa Kids return.
The Koopa Kids do return. Yes, they are back. New Super Mario Brothers for Wii, I believe they return as little sub bosses. Mm-hmm. So they did come back. Like I said, they got their plastic surgery. They got their makeovers from being dumped in the lava in Super Mario World. Took them 20 whole years to face the world again, and then Mario just stomps all over their heads again. So those guys are back, but now they're not as kids anymore, so we don't need to talk about them. But let's go back to Mario Wonder here.
Yes.
So Bowser Jr. appears. He gets the Wonder Flower powers. He turns kind of purpley and a little bit more diabolical. You had to fight Bowser Jr. 4 times is what I found. And what I think I mostly want to talk about from Bowser's parenting aspect of this game is, was it a good idea for Bowser to let Bowser Jr. get at the Wonder Flower? Because I think the Wonder Flower is kind of almost like a psychedelic drug. And obviously it turns Bowser Jr. into even more of a monster. So I feel like Bowser should have told Bowser Jr. hey man, stay away from that Wonder Flower. Maybe even he should have taken Bowser Jr. to whatever the Koopa equivalent of Dare is. And Dare could have been hey kid, don't use Wonder Flower. This is what it looks like and everything it does to you, but don't do it. That's Dare.
So obviously he didn't complete the Mushroom Kingdom Dare program.
No, he did not.
But the whole point of Bowser Jr. is to make Mario's life miserable. Ergo, Bowser would have been okay with him having the Wonder Seeds and the Wonder Flowers.
That's true, but I'm thinking maybe it wasn't a good dad move to let him just recreationally eat a Wonder Flower.
No.
Now,
one thing, you did miss a game.
Yes.
I didn't even know this was a game.
Okay.
Bowser Jr.'s Journey. It's a 3DS game.
What? The Bowser Jr.'s Journey? What is this game?
I don't believe it is. I don't know if it was released in the US. It sounds like a Japan thing. It was a 3DS game from 2019. This 3DS game explored the emotional growth of Bowser Jr., navigating life in his father's shadow, with writers aiming to make their relationship highly relatable to parents and kids.
Okay, see, now I think Bowser Jr.'s Journey might actually essentially just be an expansion for the Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story game. Now, the reason I skimmed over these is because I figure we'd just talk about the mainline Mario games, because if we start getting into, like, Mario and Luigi and, like, all the other side series, we're going to be here all Father's Day. I want to go to Summerfest tomorrow, and that's our local big concert here in Milwaukee. I don't want to be here all night, but I think maybe we pass over the side things for now.
Okay,
but
so we'll
what do you glean from it? Does Bowser Jr. learn a lot about himself in this Bowser Jr.'s Journey?
Well, I mean, obviously they just want it to be relatable, so I feel like he does, but does it change who he is? No. It doesn't sound like Bowser Jr. or Bowser come out of it any different, other than that they love each other.
Yeah.
Now, some other ones that I wanted to bring up. There was, before we hop into the movies, there was two more I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, and I got one, so maybe one of them is yours. Go ahead.
So my first one is the Nintendo Switch parental control video.
Oh my gosh, that video is classic. I love it.
Those videos.
That I think you really see Bowser, like, low-key, he's a good dad behind the scenes. He wants to cut down on Bowser Jr.'s screen time.
Everything about that screen, Bowser's a good dad. Because, so the Nintendo just kind of said, like, all right, Bowser, you're a typical dad. Bowser Jr., you're a typical bratty kid that just loves to play video games.
Yeah.
But he's shown that, like, hey, I'm actually kind of a strict dad because I care about you. I love you. He monitors the screen time, sets limits for him.
Yeah.
Sets, like, rating restrictions in.
That's really good, Dad. Like, he'll let Bowser Jr. consume a Wonder Flower. He'll give him a Mecha Bowser like he has in Mario Sunshine. But when it comes to screen time, he's a pretty strict disciplinarian. He's like, I want you to have fun in the real world, not play Switch all day long.
You got to draw the line somewhere.
Right.
And they end up playing Mario Kart together. It was really sweet. So that was the
cute.
First one.
Do you think he plays as himself in Mario Kart?
Of course. If you were in Mario Kart,
I would. Well, I play as the me, Dan, sometimes
no.
with
I'm
the
talking
race
about
suit.
Like Nintendo.
If I was actually in it, I probably would. But this is a weird diversion. But who's your Mario Kart main? Who do you usually play as?
Koopa Troopa.
You're a Koopa Troopa, even to this day?
Yes.
Man, you are loyal.
I am.
Because you were playing as Koopa Troopa back in, like, the Super Mario Kart days.
If my wife hears this, just know that is the
sign of loyalty. Because you're still riding with Kirby in Smash Brothers. Like, you are loyal.
No, I'll play around there. But Kirby
and Captain Falcon are here too.
Yes, but Koopa Troopa is always my go-to. I was so upset when in Mario Kart 64 he wasn't a playable character.
Yeah.
That really crushed me.
Yeah.
Then I think I went over to Yoshi for a little bit.
Yeah.
But
the only guy with that speed class in Mario Kart 64 is Toad, though.
And I hate Toad.
Yeah.
He's so annoying.
Here we go. Like, actually, all the voice clips in that game get really old really fast.
Yes.
I'll tell you, my mains for Mario Kart 8 are either Tanuki Mario, because I love hearing him go, Tanuki! Or I also like playing as Ludwig. Koopa.
Why Ludwig?
I think it's when you select the character and he goes, which also, I was going to ask you another real quick question before we move on. Who's your favorite Koopa kid? Do you have one of the 7?
Oh, man.
Because mine is probably Ludwig, but
I have to go with Wendy O.
I was going to say I do like Wendy O as well with her hoops.
Because I thought she was, like, playing against her I felt like
very
the most
challenging.
unique.
Yeah.
It was very challenging. I thought she was really good, and I always thought that they were SpaghettiOs, not hoops.
That's right.
As a little kid.
It would have been a cool tie-in. All right, what's your other game you want to bring up? Because I got one.
Okay, so the other game I wanted to bring up. Well, what's yours? Let's talk about yours.
Bowser's Fury. So that was your game. Okay,
that
perfect. Yes. So Super Mario 3D World. Phenomenal game for Wii U. I played through it multiple times, once with my wife. Shout out. You did a great job in that game. I only had to carry you through a couple of levels, but you did great. You were great. But Bowser's Fury. So when it was re-released for Switch, they added on this whole extra campaign, Bowser's Fury. Now, technically, I have not actually bought or played Bowser's Fury, just seen some cutscenes in some video. Have you played it?
I beat it.
Okay, you beat it? All right. So
I think I 100%ed it with the kids, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm a completionist.
You are. I'm like a play through it kind of quick, get it over with, unless there's like something really cool you can unlock. Oh. Like I 100% at Mario 64. I had to see Yoshi on the roof.
You have to. Oh my gosh, I could still do that to this day.
But Chris, you played Bowser's Fury.
Yes.
Tell me the gist. What's the plot of Bowser's Fury?
So the gist of the game is Bowser Jr. is worried about his dad because his dad is kind of getting out of control with power.
Kind of turning into like a Godzilla, a kaiju.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he seeks the help of Mario.
Begrudgingly, now that's a twist.
Begrudgingly goes, all right, we can work together, but I'm going to go back with my dad when this is all done. So just lays it all out there. So it's a great way to have two-player. One can play as Bowser Jr.
You can actually play as Bowser Jr. in that one. And what I read was he can interact with some wall markings. You can attack, probably much like how you can play with Cappy with the second player in Mario. Or a little bit more, maybe a little bit more like when the second player in Mario Galaxy for Wii held the Wii remote and like picked up the gems.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works if you're doing single player, but for multiplayer, he is a little bit more helpful.
Sure.
But once Mario defeats Bowser, spoiler in every game, Bowser Jr. Goes back to his dad and just tells him that essentially that, hey, I love you, Dad. I was worried about you. And Bowser's like, oh, I love you too. Sorry about what happened. And they all live happily.
And they crack a beer together. Here, son, here's your first beer. Oh, Dad, it's a Milwaukee's best. Give me something good.
You shotgun it right now, son.
And I'm going to watch you drink this whole 24-pack now.
Again, this is Button Mash Dads, and we're talking about how great of a father Bowser potentially is.
I mean, Bowser is the kind of dad who would probably let his kid drink beer, but yeah, so I think it's kind of like a bad sign that Bowser got so far gone that Bowser Jr. is like, I got to get my worst enemy's help here. It's almost like he called Child Protective Services and was like, my dad is out of control.
Yeah.
The Mushroom Kingdom equivalent.
But it is relatable because kids do deeply care about their parents.
Right.
Even if the parents are probably not the best parent, they deeply care about their parents.
Yeah, definitely.
So shout out to Bowser Jr. there for that.
Right.
So
that's maturity there. Well, I mean, I guess Bowser's kaiju stuff, I think I read that this is because he gets some black goop on himself or something, and that's what makes him
sounds
kaiju.
Right. Yes.
So technically it's not Bowser's fault. It's not like Bowser is abusing Wonder Flowers or getting high on Wonder Flowers, or he's not taking a ton of the stuff that gets you dizzy in Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe that could have been it.
So, okay, now we got to do another sidebar here.
Sidebar. A lot of sidebars this episode.
We are off the rails. We are off the rails like Donkey Kong Country here.
Nah.
So I didn't know that was supposed to be a euphemism for drugs.
Yeah.
Until I was way older, like an adult, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was really funny, and I would purposely make.
Oh yeah, you would have to get him as high as possible, and the game would be like,
haha, this is funny. Yep.
But yeah, no, that level is
loved it.
iconic. I love that game.
Now I feel a little guilty having done that, but I didn't know any better.
Yeah, sorry, Yoshi. We didn't mean to get you high. We thought it would just make you dizzy. We didn't know high. Well, okay, let's briefly transition to Bowser as a dad in the Mario movies, because now I think we've covered basically all the mainline Mario games.
Yeah.
So in the Mario movies, in the first movie, I don't think you really get a hint that he's a dad. Other than the fact that he tries to marry Peach again. He's a lonely single man, you know. It's really hard to raise a kid yourself. You need a partner, and he deems Peach to potentially be a good partner and tries to marry her.
Yes.
Well, you know, we didn't mention in Mario Odyssey, he does kind of try to marry Peach again, probably to make Peach Bowser Jr.'s mom, but that's another thing. But so in the second movie, Mario Galaxy, which we reviewed, and it's on YouTube, go back and listen to it. Now you don't have an excuse, because by now the DVDs are out.
Yep.
I'm a big physical media guy. I'm going to be picking that up on Blu-ray. I'm not going to pay $20 to rent it. I'm going to pay $25, get the DVD.
We will do the same.
Absolutely. But
we're going to get it on Blu-ray.
No, there you go. I'd get it on 4K, but my TV is like 0K. I'm watching it on a really cheapo.
It looked really good with the Sega Genesis hooked up to it. But the Galaxy movie introduces Bowser Jr.
Yes,
to the cinematic universe.
Yes, in the opening scene, like I was saying, he flies the ship from Mario Galaxy, the video game, and he kidnaps Rosalina, and that kind of like sets in motion the plot of the movie. Bowser Jr. is sort of in a way the main villain of the movie, because Bowser kind of like goes on the quest with Mario.
He's a tweener, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He wants to be bad, but he kind of becomes good and tolerant of Mario, and in the end, kind of goes back to being bad, which is what he's used to.
Right.
But it makes for some great comedy. Now, do you remember how they addressed where Bowser Jr. was this whole time?
You know what? I don't remember that line. What
I believe it was boarding school.
Did they say boarding school?
And
okay, when I get the Blu-ray DVD, maybe I'll get the steel book. I'll watch out for that line. But I
believe
did not
that Bowser Jr. said that's
why he was not in the first movie.
Out.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's interesting. Yeah, look that up. But yeah, so in the Mario Galaxy movie, Bowser Jr. is, to me, kind of the main antagonist, because Bowser Jr. winds up kind of going on Mario and Yoshi and Luigi's quest. At one point, even sacrificing himself for Mario, where you kind of have a hint of like, will Bowser be a stealth good guy in this game? Or movie, based on a game, based on like 9 games, because there's so much plot in that movie. But yeah, eventually Bowser does go bad again when he sees Bowser Jr. And the ending of that movie is kind of metal. Like, Mario kind of like almost kills Bowser. Like, he just like axes that drawbridge and Bowser falls in the lava. Again, Bowser's going to need some reconstructive surgery. I think some plastic surgery after that. But I think we were talking off air about, I think the most essential scene between Bowser and Bowser Jr. is the bedtime tuck-in puppet show scene.
I love that scene.
That scene is just, it's hilarious and it's heartwarming, and
it shows the love Bowser has for his son.
Yes.
First and foremost, that he is a dad, and a good dad, and a loving dad.
Right. And so for those of you who haven't seen the movie yet, I'll just clue you in. There's a scene where it's kind of a little exposition based, because Bowser kind of reveals his grand plan through this nighttime story. He tells Bowser Jr. that he builds a planet with a boomsday device that can destroy the universe, but they need Rosalina to power it. But it's all delivered via like a puppet show and like a little song that he sings for Bowser Jr. So I think at the very least he wants Bowser Jr. to go to bed, which I think every parent you've had a long day and you're like, I kind of just want my son to go to bed now.
Listen, I'm not giving my daughter a puppet show dressing up like a planet. Like, I will read you Cat in the Hat and you go to bed.
If that's what it takes, like, I will do it so my son can get a good night's sleep. We haven't reached that point yet. We have reached the point where he's starting to rebel sitting in his car seat. He'll like stand up, and we got to try all the tricks to get him to sit down. So we're kind of reaching the rebel stage with our little Koopa. Sometimes I think he's a Koopa because he'll be like, but But anyway, getting back to the scene, it's a very adorable scene.
Yes,
but
it is.
ultimately, I think Bowser's not being a great dad here because he's sort of imparting on him that destroying the universe is a great idea.
So they can be together.
But
forever.
Destroy the universe to do it and kidnap a princess? I mean, I guess it makes sense, like father, like son. He's trying to get his son to kidnap a princess.
Yes.
Like, hey, kid, I do this all the time. I've done it in like 7 Mario games. Why don't you do it too?
Why does he sound like the janitor that smokes behind the school?
It's either that or really bad Jack Black I'm doing right now. Hey, son.
You got any Marlboro Lights?
I got a whole pack here, and you're going to smoke them all. I saw you steal one of mine. We'll smoke the whole pack. But, Dad, I can breathe fire. Do it.
Yeah, you will after this, son.
So again, ultimately, I think in Mario Galaxy, the movie, we're talking about the movie version now, I think, he's trying to be a good dad. He's trying to entertain his son, give him a nighttime story, some routine and all that. But ultimately, I think the message he's imparting of it's okay to kidnap princesses is probably not the greatest message.
So to answer the question from before, I was correct. They explained Bowser Jr.'s absence from the first Mario movie by saying he was sent to an exclusive boarding school.
So exclusive, it's off camera.
Yeah, prior to the events of the first film. And he is expelled or leaves the school to join the plot of the Galaxy
There you
movie.
go. I'd like to see that side scene. Maybe they could have made that a short for the DVD of like Bowser Jr. breaking out of his boarding school.
If they made it cutesy like the Switch video,
that would have been fun.
I would have loved it.
Talking about parenting though, I got to say real quick, I think my favorite line of the entire Mario Galaxy movie was when Kamek was like, "The days are long, but the years are so short." Talking about raising a kid, and it's like, yeah, that is so true. When you become a dad, you really learn it. Like, I can't believe how big mine is already. He's like 18 months and walking around, and it's incredible.
Yeah, my oldest is about to be 14, my middle one is 12, and my youngest is about 2.5, and I'm enjoying everything with the 2.5-year-old.
Yeah.
And the older ones too, obviously. But it goes by way too fast. So wrapping things up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I think we've kind of covered as many of the mainline and the movie parenting things that Bowser does.
Is he a good
What's your take ultimately, Chris? Is he a good or a bad dad?
I think he tries.
He tries.
But no, he's not a good dad.
Not a good dad.
No, he's not a good role model, but he does love his son.
Right.
And he shows that he loves his son. And maybe he gives his son a little bit too much freedom, but I will give him credit for trying. But at the end of the day, no.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. I think ultimately he is a flawed dad. I mean, he's a villain. He's a villain. Let's be real here. He's a villain. He kidnaps princesses constantly. He takes over mushroom kingdoms. He apparently turns mushrooms into blocks. I don't know if that's still canon, but we'll have to ask Shigeru. But
we'll invite him on.
Yeah, we will. We're not going to get him.
No, we'll throw the invite out.
We'll throw it out there. Shigeru, come on the pod. We'll have you in Chris's basement, the lab, as I like to call it. I mean, Bowser makes mistakes, but as parents, I think we all do. I'm not going to say I'm a flawless parent. No one's perfect. I honestly think it's more about like learning from the mistakes you make as a dad.
Yes.
And just, making sure you don't do them again. And
you will make them. You will make a ton of mistakes.
Everyone does, yeah.
As long as you love your kid, which Bowser does.
Right.
However, he's just not a good person.
Right.
He's evil.
Right. So,
he's not the worst dad out there, but
right.
I give him credit for loving his son.
Yeah, I mean, no one's a perfect parent, but Chris, I don't think you're telling your kids at night, "Hey, kidnap women. That's cool. Do it."
You know what? It has not come out of my mouth.
One day you're going to come home from work and there's going to be like a girl kidnapped in Spencer's room and you're going to be like, "Spencer!
We went over this.
Come on. Just because Bowser said it was cool doesn't mean you can." No. So obviously all parents make mistakes, but most of us aren't telling our children, yes, kidnap a princess. That's a good idea.
Yes. Or create these giant mecha robots to destroy kingdoms.
Going into this episode, I thought Bowser was unquestionably a terrible dad, but now that we're on our way out of the episode here, I think he's a flawed dad. He's
flawed, but he tries.
He is trying. Now, whether he's succeeding, ultimately, I'd say no.
You know,
but I think he does try.
I feel like within the past, ever since Mario Sunshine,
They've
brought some depth to the character,
a little bit of depth,
shown the human side of him, or tried to humanize him. So I think he's more relatable now.
Yeah, definitely.
But taking all the games and the overall theme of the games and the movies, no, he's not the best dad, but he tries.
Right. So ultimately, I'm settling on really bad villain, kind of bad dad. But it's hard, so I can...
We can relate.
We can relate. We are dads.
Well, that is true. We are dads. Happy Father's Day once again.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I'm sure you're all doing a better job than Bowser.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Thanks again for listening, everybody. Appreciate all your love, like we were saying at the beginning up top. All your likes and your comments and everything you've been giving us has been awesome feedback. We're loving all the views. We appreciate the heck out of you all. Give us your take in the comments. Tell us what you think. Is Bowser a good dad, bad dad, terrible dad? Give us your take. And tell us while you're down there, who's another terrible video game dad?
Oh, yeah. We could open that up for some more episodes.
We'll save that for next Father's Day.
All right. We'll see you in the comments. Take care, and we'll chat next time.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. See you later.